Hey guys, I'm Bree.
And I'm Anna.
And today we're talking dating apps. If you're a millennial, dating apps are the way to go. So we're going to give you a rundown on the best.
With a couple dating apps to choose from, we're breaking down our top two choices, Bumble and Tinder. I personally like Tinder.
And I like Bumble.
So we're going to go head to head with the pros and cons of each.
Alright, before we start, a few disclaimers. One, if you're using dating apps, make sure you're safe. So check out our video about the best safety tips for using dating apps. Second, this kind of depends on where you're swiping. When I'm swiping in Chicago or Denver, I love Bumble way more than I love it when I'm swiping in the middle of Arkansas. So it might depend on if you live somewhere rural or in a city. This also depends on your sexual orientation. Different apps are better for different orientations. So just a disclaimer, me and Anna are both straight, so we're coming at this from a girl and guy point of view. All right, round one. One of my pros of Bumble, one of my favorite things about it, is that I love being forward. On Bumble, girls make the move, so I like being able to be bold and go with that first move, and I don't know, I think it's always more interesting. And I also like this because I have a bit of a hypothesis that because I'm super independent and I can be a little too direct sometimes, a guy's gonna have to be okay with me being independent if he's always ready for me to make the first move. I think it kind of gets rid of less creepy dudes because it avoids the hey girl, what are you doing tonight type of line. No joke, literally one of my lines has been, my bed is broken, can I use yours on Tinder?
Yes.
So I like being able to make the first move and avoiding that and kind of weeding out creepy dudes.
Okay, so before my first pro, I just want to say that I started using Tinder for kind of a weird reason. It was actually an ESL article. So I entered the dating app world in kind of a weird way. So I think that my goals and my expectations were a little bit different than some people who were actually serious about it. I just wanted to disclose that before I tell you my first pro. And it is the fact that there is just so many choices on Tinder. I have seriously never run out of swipes, no matter where I am. And I love that because it just seems like there's a seamlessly ending pool of males to match with. And while half of them really do suck, if we're being honest, the good ones, there's just a plethora of them.
That is true. She's got that one. Like I said earlier, based on your location, I did not have as much luck with Bumble. And I love to, for me, dating apps aren't really serious, but I love to flirt. So if I'm running out of people, that kind of ruins it for me. Okay, so another pro for Bumble is the 24-hour match. Once you match with someone, there's 24 hours for the girl to make the move. After that, your match expires. So one thing I love about this is on Tinder, a lot of times you match and you have all those empty matches up there. No one makes a move and you're like, well, we were both interested in each other, but nothing happened. And so I like the 24 hours because it kind of makes you make a move. Otherwise, you're going to lose them. Well, I guess unless you have the subscription, but that is not in my budget. I don't care that much about Bumble.
Same.
So it makes something have to happen. One good thing also is that they have a daily extend. So girls and guys can do this. If I am I would like to talk to this guy, but I'm super busy, don't have the time to come up with my super witty, clever first line, I can just hit daily extend and I have another 24 hours. But guys can also do it, which is kind of like a compliment. If I match with them and I don't get to it within 24 hours, they can give me an extend, which is kind of cool because they want me to talk to them.
Yeah, I really like the daily extend part, but for me, I didn't get on dating apps maybe once a week. And so the worst part for me about Bumble is that I think I've lost some really good matches just because I haven't gone on there and checked. And that's just what I don't like about the whole 24-hour part of Bumble.
It is true. I have because I am actually pretty bad at checking my phone often, so maybe not the best thing of the app to I can go through and be oh, there was a really cool match. That guy's super hot. He's interesting. He's forever gone. He might have been the one.
Well, and one thing, okay, so you message them and then 24 hours they have to message you. What if they don't get on it?
And it's a double.
And then you're just lost forever.
I lost my prince probably. He's out there.
Same, dude. At least 4. Probably my favorite thing about Tinder is the fact that it's just a great self-esteem boost. While all dating apps are this way, I think by the guy having to message you first, and a lot of times that's what happens, I can just sit back and swipe right tons of times and just wait for all of the compliments to come in. And while this
all the
sound,
DMs.
right? While this does sound pretty terrible, I think we can all secretly agree that we do go to dating apps to feel better about ourselves. So for me, that's just a really good thing about Tinder.
And I guess even if you get the really creepy ones, it's almost funny in a way because you show your friends, you're oh my God, look what this guy actually said.
It's a great pastime. Dude, look at what he said to me. Definitely.
Okay, one of my favorite pros of Bumble, I guess I have a lot of favorite pros, but this is really cool, is that there's a backtrack. So how many times have you been swiping left? It's your job, of course, just gotta wait for the right one. and you miss someone that you really wanted to swipe right on, or you like didn't mean to because you were just totally in it, you didn't get to like take that second look at them. Well, on Bumble, if you just like shake your phone, you can get a backtrack, so you go back to that person, and you can do that 3 times a day, and that's not even like, that's on the free version, so it's a pretty cool pro.
Yeah, that's so nice. Can't tell you how many times I've been just madly swiping left and then see a picture and it's just gone.
I know, you're like, oh no, like I missed him.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
So for me, one of the really cool features about Tinder that Bumble doesn't have is matching with friends, like groups of friends. And so if you're going out on a Saturday night and you want to meet up with a group of guys, you and your friends can get together, make a group, and then swipe and match with another group of friends and meet up and have fun. And I think this is a really great way to even meet friends. But also just group dating is good too, and a lot safer in my opinion because you're always meeting with a group of people.
I like dating in groups better at the beginning because I don't know, it just puts me more at ease. I think I have more fun and until I get that one-on-one time. So I use this with my friends all the time. It's just a little, and it's also just like funny to be like, look at that Tinder conversation, and you're going back and forth with them, and it's almost bonding with your friends, especially if the guys, I think either way, if they're terrible, it's bonding, but if they're good, it's bonding too, because it's like, ooh, like me and my friend Brooke do this all the time. I'll be like, ooh, I swipe because I think you like him, or like, you like her, so we like go back and forth for each other, and it's kind of fun.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. And especially in college too, it's really good to meet new people.
Yeah, definitely.
As a freshman, I really liked it because I didn't know a lot of people, but I got to meet some really interesting.
Yeah, and you can meet so many groups, just like knowing someone and then they know someone, and it's a whole chain. Yeah. Well, one thing that's a pro for Bumble then is photo verification. Photo verification. This is a new feature, and I think all dating apps should have it, honestly. What you do is that you have all your profile pictures, obviously, but Bumble gives you one of their poses to do. So you have to take a picture in that pose and send it into them, and they verify that you were able to do it and that it looks similar to your profile pictures. So I think this is really awesome because it makes sure you aren't getting catfish. It makes sure that this person is real. I mean, just way safer.
That's a huge problem on Tinder, especially a lot of my guy friends have told me this, that the girls, I mean, at least a third of the girls are fake.
I've heard that from guys too.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a girl thing.
So I think that Tinder should definitely implement that. Okay, so now we're going to tell you our biggest cons. So my biggest con would be that guys on Tinder are seriously just relentless. Now, not all of them are. There are definitely some good guys, but I've had some seriously scary interactions. I mean, guys message you 5 and 6 times a day, wondering why you're not replying and if you're sketchy, and it just gets to be too much, especially when they're so close in proximity.
Yeah.
So I think that Bumble weeds out this a lot because the girl does message first. Yeah, for me, that would definitely be my biggest con.
Yeah, I agree. I've gotten barely any. I don't even know if I've had like super creepy or weird dudes hit me up on Bumble. It's always Tinder that the freaks are.
Yes.
But my biggest con of like using Bumble, and this really isn't a con against Bumble, it's just using Bumble and Tinder, is that I'll go from Bumble where you swipe up to see more about someone, and then I'll go to Tinder and I do the same thing to see more about someone, and I've just super liked this random guy that I did not want to even swipe right on, and now we're an instant match, and it's not good. So just a warning, if you're switching between those, look out for that.
Yes. Well, these were the pros and the cons of Tinder and Bumble. I think we both have now agreed that Bumble is superior, but I will definitely still keep on using Tinder.
I will as well. So if you guys have any questions for us, or if you have some pros and cons that you'd like to say, please comment below. And be sure to like this video because wasn't this hilarious? Subscribe to our channel so you can get more of these hilarious videos. And follow us on social media at EarnSpendLive.
Happy swiping!